I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard.
It's been a pretty interesting 24 hours in terms of what Justice Department officials have said about the possibility of legal jeopardy for the president over the riot around Congress.
So let's have trial by combat.
So what happened is on Thursday, the acting U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia asked specifically if the speakers at the event, including President Trump, might face some sort of investigation for the things they said leading up to the violence. The U.S. attorney said all issues are being looked at. We're examining all this. We're taking nothing off the table. He was pressed on it twice, and in both times he gave the same answer, which certainly suggests that they were considering whether any of the speakers had a legal jeopardy in terms of incitement to riot, which is a charge.
If you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
Officials sent a very strong signal on Friday that they do not intend to pursue a case against President Trump or any of the speakers on stage for comments made, for incendiary remarks made before the violence began.
And we're going to the Capitol, and we're going to try and give our Republicans, the weak ones, because the strong ones don't need any of our help, we're going to try and give them the kind of pride and boldness that they need to take back our country.
But one of the challenges with charging anyone with incitement to riot is that the First Amendment case law on it is fairly protective of the speaker, because there's a general understanding that people use rhetoric and hyperbole in political speech, and you shouldn't necessarily view that as strictly literal. So there are some legal cases and standards that would apply that would suggest it is hard to bring such a charge. And I think what you're seeing is a kind of delicate walk back of the notion that they are pursuing the president in some fashion.
We're in. We're going in.
One of the things they described it as, they need to go after first the alligators closest to the boat, is how one prosecutor put it. And by that, they mean the people who did the most violence inside the Capitol. I think what's going on right now is the Justice Department is doing two things at once. They are scrambling to gather as much evidence as possible, as quickly as they can, to identify them, build a case, and charge them. And they announced a handful of arrests again today as they're doing that. The other part, though, and I think it's more sort of the politics of chaos in a way, is that they are trying to show that they are really on top of the ball now, because there are serious questions about how is it that in one of the most well-guarded and secure cities in the world, such chaos reigned in such an important part of the government. I mean, it's interesting that the last days of the Trump administration, the Justice Department is doing everything it can to show how seriously it's taking this and how aggressively it's pursuing these. But the reality is the bulk of this work in terms of prosecuting people is going to be handled by the Biden administration.